Hi and welcome to Wrong Way, and today I'll be showing you this, the cargo e-bike by HAOQI, the HAOQI Antelope, and I think that my fans are very fitting. So let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. First up, huge thanks to HAOQI themselves for sending me this bike for testing purposes. If you do want to get a bike like this, a small cargo e-bike on big fat tires in Europe, then feel free to use my affiliate link below. You also support the channel a little bit by using those links. And I gotta say that from all of the e-bikes I've recently tested that are made in China, I have to say that this one is pretty special because this one has an insane range. I got a range of 138 kilometers on maximum pedal assist, and this is just 2 kilometers shy of their estimated range of 140 kilometers. So, wow, you can actually do it. You can tell the range and tell the truth and have a super long range e-bike with a total battery capacity of 1200 watt hours.
Ty nierozładowujący się rowerze, ty pało elektryczna, ty rozładuj się, kurde.
Finally.
It's dead.
Now, let me show you those batteries. Well, here's one for sure. You can see it. It's also locked with a key, and boom. The key goes out, so you don't damage the key if you ride on it. So this is battery number 1. This is 11 amp hours. It does also come with a battery indicator here. So when you charge it, you know what the state of charge is. And here you have the second battery. Is this a keyhole? Oh, no, no, no. The other keyhole is on the other side. Boom. We take it off, and then we press on a small button here, a lever, and then you can take out the second battery. Boom. And this is the bigger battery, 13 amp hours. Does this one have a battery indicator too? No, this one does not. You charge them separately, which is a bummer because the total charge time is about, I think, 9 to 10 hours of both batteries. So it'll charge this one for like 6 and this one for like 4, or 5 and 3, 5 and 4. This is a bit annoying because I wish I could just like plug in the charger and they both charge up simultaneously, but no, this is a creature comfort that HAOQI didn't account for. But I put it in the wrong way. It's the name of a channel. All right, so we put it back in, we lock it up, battery number 1, and here, put it back in, also the wrong way. Boom, line it up, use the second key for it. Important to do because otherwise it will fall out. So, yeah, very impressive range. Now, a thing I really like about this bike is the pedal assist. It's tough to do a good pedal assist, but HAOQI managed to implement it here. We have a Bafang motor in the back, a hub motor. So this is pretty cool. As it is a cargo bike, there's a lot of strain on the chain. But with this hub motor, you'll get a lot of power, but no additional stress on the chain. So the motor is not as torquey as the HAOQI mid-drive I was recently testing, or the duo titties with the 2 motors. Bummer! And I have to say that the pedal assist works flawlessly. There's a torque sensor, and from all of the bikes I've recently tested, this just works really well. Going uphill, it reacts really quickly, and it even goes slightly, ever so slightly above 25 kilometers an hour. So technically, this is not really legally calibrated, but you really mind. I mean, it's 27. It's 27. Like, the pedal assist works very well. There's 5 modes. You have a very nice display here in the front. Extremely well readable. I think it's the usual KT display. Battery indicator, mode, all of the parameters are here. One thing that I miss here is a voltage readout. This is not available here.
Error.
And then there's an error. Fabulous. You can see here we have a 7-speed Perny Shimano gear set, which works fairly well. It's not, you know, a very professional, and this thing is a bit in the way sometimes, even though I didn't crash, to change the gears. So there's some adjustment needing to be made. But, you know, it's a cheap group set. Don't expect too much here. It just works. Voila. Sometimes on those e-bikes you will have also some issues with delivery, and you can see here that my front chainring got bent, not only this part but also the chainring itself. If you would ever get something like this on your bike, just let the manufacturer know. They will send you a replacement. So bummer about the shipping damage here. The rear rack is what makes this thing a cargo bike. Well, it says it's up to 25 kilograms, but here you can see me riding on the bike on the rear rack, and it's fine. So I guess this is just for, like, you know, safety purposes. It's very sturdy. There's also a tail light, which is very bright. I really like it. The fenders are also solid, maybe a bit on the short side, but I don't think that'll be too big of an issue. And the tires are fat bike tires, so you can deflate them a little bit in order to have a bit more comfort, because there's no rear suspension on the bike. So if you want to have more comfort, a bit less pressure is needed. But other than that, you know, it's typical fat bike. Let's focus on the brakes. Here we have 80 millimeter? Is it written somewhere there? 160 millimeter discs, and those brakes work fairly well. They are hydraulic, so they react quickly, but they make quite a bit of sound. Maybe it's because I was riding quite a bit in gravel. Yeah, they work just fine. Like, not too weak, not too like sharp like a Magura brake. Now, don't be fooled, this is not a mid-drive e-bike, even though this makes it look a little bit like a mid-drive e-bike. This is just the housing where the controller is inside, and here you have a small port for charging the battery while it's on the bike. The pedals that are included in the box are fairly nice. Spin a little bit, not too much, but they have studs and they work fairly well. The cranks also don't look to be too thin. In general, I would say the components here are pretty okay. The seats here, very plush, very fat, and quite comfortable. Actually, on the whole ride, I wasn't complaining at all. You can adjust what the angle of it is, how far forward or back it is, and of course, the height via this quick release clamp as well. A nice seat. I don't complain about anything here. It does have the usual flex though. So all of those Chinese e-bikes, or even step-through e-bikes, all usually have a little bit of flex. But I feel like they could just make the components, the metal, the aluminum, a bit thicker, or the structure a bit different, so it doesn't like wobble around. Especially if you have a cargo bike, you don't want your cargo here, which is heavy, and in the back of your bike to wobble around. It will do it here if you put something heavy on the bike. I do like, however, the kickstand here. This is what you should have if you get a cargo bike. Just go forward, goes up, lean, and then you put it on the kickstand like so. Very comfortable, very nice, very sturdy. Good to put stuff on the rear rack then. The handlebar is quite wide, quite spacious. I don't like the grips. You can see here, actually, they are just like sticky. Yikes. Hey, please change that, how it's just like I wouldn't ride in those grips for a longer time. There's a bell, the usual display, and as said, a pretty wide handlebar. The position on the bike is quite comfortable. I'm 1.80 meters tall, and it's nice for me. It doesn't have to be taller, it doesn't have to be more forward. Just keep in mind that those bikes come in one size, and you can't adjust everything with the seat post height. So if you're a taller rider, just keep this in mind, that it might be a bit on the smaller side for you. And if you're a smaller rider, it might be a bit big. Right when we are here we have the front suspension, the front forks. Nothing special. It's just on and off, and you can also lock it out via a press of a lever on the side. But you know, this is not the most comfortable bike I ever had. I would say this crown has to go to the HAOQI L20 that I was testing recently. There's also a front fender, of course, and a front light. My light, for some reason, doesn't work. There's like those small cables here that connect the front light, and just doesn't work. I tried it both ways, and maybe the light is broken, maybe I am connecting something not in the right way. But I guess if you would get your bike, if you would have a problem with it, then just let HAOQI know and the issue should be fixed. Now look, this bike costs a fair amount of money, but Does it feel really premium? I would say it feels medium. Like, first of all, because of the grips that are sticky, like in some areas, Serge just noticed, the cables just run through, and here you have no seal at all, like not even covered with some sort of additional protection here. Yeah, I mean, it works, but they could put a little bit more effort into it in order to increase the structural rigidity of it, and you know, some minor cosmetic details as well. But when it comes to just riding the bike and how the pedal assist feels and what the capabilities of it are, I have to say I'm quite impressed and pleased with it. So this is the HAOQI Antelope 2.0. Will it outrun a tiger or a, what is it, a panther or a leopard? Probably not, but still it can carry a lot of stuff. And for the money, it is medium. I wish I could say something else in those reviews, but my last conclusion is always, it's okay. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this, although I don't think it's so interesting to watch this content, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.